Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. I wanted to do this video today because Spirit's been on my case. I've been really busy with other things, and Spirit's been on my case about talking more about the throat chakra and people needing to, feeling the need to speak up and being frustrated at not being able to say their piece. In the last video, at the end of my last video, I started coughing and spluttering all the way through, and then right at the end, my throat was literally closing down. And so, and I was saying, this is about the throat chakra. This is about people not speaking up, not feeling that they can speak up. I'll probably cough again in this one. I left the video saying I would be transmuting that energy and da da da. Now, I hadn't been coughing prior to the video. I coughed during the video, and then as soon as I finished the video and transmuted the energy and started clearing things, that's when the coughing stopped. And then I went on to do other things and just stopped. Spirit had me stop and just, I sang out and I'm no singer. I like my singing, I like to sing, but almost operatic tunes came out of my voice. I was just like, oh, and I was quite astounded. It was just a few seconds and I'm like, and I felt so powerful and clear. So I'd successfully transmuted that energy, that blockage for people. But it was confirmation that what I was saying in the video was accurate. It was less about me and more about that's how people generally are feeling at the moment, or a certain collective of people are feeling at the moment. So I've written some notes because I've been really busy. I've just taken notes as thoughts have come through, seeds of thought have come through to me. And so if you bear with me, I'll just sort of get through these notes around speaking up and what's going on for people at the moment in regards to that. And then we might pull out some cards as well. Hopefully it's a quick one today. So Spirit says, if you feel like you might be in a no contact situation with someone where they've called the no contact, or that it's not in your best interest or for the interest of each other or the situation for you to make contact. Or it's a situation where things have happened in the past and it's you have things to say to people in the past, perhaps family members you've walked away from, or people you used to work with. I'm getting a lot of work vibes as well. Family, big time. Relationships, big time, but also work vibes. So it's different for everybody in terms of where they feel today that they haven't had their voice. They didn't speak up for themselves, or they have had to go through or are going through a period of silence in regards to one person or a group of people. That's very, very frustrating. You can feel blocked off. You're trying to move forward and be creative and get your life, on track based on who you are today. And you feel like, there's a part of you that's held back, blocked off. And that's the throat chakra, because you feel you can't speak up. And Spirit's saying, say it anyway. Say it anyway. So it doesn't mean you have to say it directly to that person you haven't spoken to for 5 years or 10 years, or you don't want to invite a conversation back into your life, with that person, or they've passed over, or, moved away, or you don't have their number anymore. It's not about literally saying it to them. It can be like if it's a passed over person, passed over loved one or friend, or even an annoying co-worker, ex-lover, family member, boss, etc. When you're at home in the safety of your own environment, just speak up. just take a moment, even if you want to, if you feel you need support in that, just light a light coloured candle. It doesn't matter what colour it is, so long as it's not an intense, strong colour, just a light coloured candle. And strike your match or your lighter or however you light it. And as you do so, just ask Spirit, ask your higher self, ask Source for guidance and strength to find the right words to help you to release whatever needs to come out of you. And just talk to the person as if they're right in front of you, particularly if it's a passed over, someone who's passed over. They'll get it straight away. Energetically, even people that are still in the material plane, living life, energetically they'll get it, but spirit gets it instantly. So whatever you feel you need to say it. I've written down here, bide your time. So where there's been a situation where time has passed and you're waiting for an opportunity to speak your piece or for a conversation to occur, the Spirit's just saying, bide your time. When the timing is right, you'll say the right thing at the right time. Or it may be that your actions or your decisions will simply show what you have to say. It may not be, in the end, words that come out of your mouth that need to come out of your mouth. It may be that decisions and actions that you take will show where you stand today. And so the energy I'm getting with that is, this time has had to pass. This time is passing. This time of silence, of no contact, is passing for you to ground yourself, recalibrate or calibrate, assimilate everything that's been happening around this topic that you're dealing with, and really come to a state of peace within yourself. The lessons that I've written down here, it's about becoming more stoic, so more grounded, less reactionary. It's increasing, this period of silence is increasing your emotional intelligence and emotional maturity, your maturity in general. It's teaching us on the inside to be less reactive and less affected by others and what they do and say. So more insular, if that makes sense, more aware, self-aware. There's been through this silence an element of peace, even though many people in this situation are stressing out about the details of what's happened that's annoying them, that they need to express, or getting over, running over the fine details in the mind. But on a soul level, on a deeper level within your solar plexus, you can actually feel a stillness and a quiet that's come in and that's coming through you. And that's because of the time that's passed, and because you've probably been hermetizing and taking time to yourself and focusing a bit more on yourself, and you're finding your feet again in this time. As much as you want to speak up, that's the mind, the ego, whatever you want to call it. This has actually been a very cathartic, very timely, very much needed period for respite, and it's a very grounding thing. So when you do speak, you will find yourself saying the right thing at the right time. You may be surprised at who you are today, that if it was to happen today, you will be surprised by what the words that come out of your mouth and how you actually express yourself, how clear it is, how just succinct it is. So the message for you is don't stress about that. But if you need to get the energy out of you and feel like you've said it, certainly light a candle if you want to. You don't have to light a candle. You can open your windows in your home, light some incense, and speak your words to the person like they're right in front of you right now, whoever it is. And then the smoke from the incense will carry that out. Energetically, it's instant, but you kind of don't want that lingering around your home. That energy, if especially if it's anger or fear or frustration you're expressing, and just let the smoke carry it out of the house. The other thing is singing, and because that's what Spirit got me to do. Really just like, whether you've got your music playing or whatever, or you remember, the words of a song going through your head, just sing it out loud, open your throat, sing it out loud. Another thing was to wear blue. Blue is the colour of the throat chakra, particularly, see this lapis lazuli here, this vibrant blue. So wearing the colours of the chakra will stimulate the chakra. So if it's the throat chakra, you want to open up and feel like you can be more expressive, then by all means wear some blue clothing, rich, vibrant sky blue clothing, or a pendant, or earrings, or eyeshadow, or nails, whatever. Or simply meditate on the colour blue. What the Spirit's given me now is particularly a blue scarf. So if you're at work, I'm seeing people at work and they want to encourage speaking up for themselves more at work, to wear a blue scarf and you can have it wrapped around your throat, but don't tie it at the throat, because tying it is the blockage, yeah? But you can have it wrapped around your throat and hanging down the front or back. And that will stimulate the throat chakra if you feel that you are constantly in situations where you don't speak up for yourself. That will definitely help. That holding, meditating, being around crystals like lapis lazuli. It comes in various forms and shades. I can't remember what this one is, but you know what? Don't go by the name. You'll be drawn to, if you go into a crystal shop or you're buying them online, you'll be drawn to the ones that that are meant for you in that moment. But certainly, if we're talking about throat chakra, anything blue is going to help you. But I find lapis lazuli particularly amazing. But also bringing that energy up to the third eye and the crown. So something that got me to write just this morning is, what matters is that I know it. That I know this about myself and my experience. Maybe I don't actually need for them to know it. Do I actually need to be understood in this situation, or is it more important that I know the truth for myself? Just some questions there for you to ponder. Sometimes when some things happen in life, when we feel like we didn't get our say and whatever, and time's passed, and we want to go back and go, you know what? Or you're saying to ourselves, I wish I had said this. I wish I had said that. That would have set them straight. Or why didn't I speak up for myself? Why didn't I let the boss know that I was the one that did that when someone else was taking credit for my work? Whatever it is. And we can sort of torture ourselves by mulling over that over time. But in actuality, who you are today is different to who you were then. And if you were to have the same conversation or events taking place today, you would handle it differently. And if it's still happening today and you can see the pattern, then do handle it differently. You know, seek professional advice, get a counsellor or whatever, or speak to a dear friend who you believe is equipped with the knowledge to be able to hear you out and, help you to get to the crux of why you don't have your own back, why you don't speak up. Or if you're in an environment where you literally can't, there's no avenue for you to do that, then perhaps you reassess whether you want to be in that environment or around those people, yeah? Food for thought. So I'm going to read this. The time that is passing is grounding you, giving you respite and peace. This is kind of what I said before. When you do get to speak, you will subconsciously be coming from a place where you're protecting your peace of mind and peace within your body, because that's what you have gained through the silence, is an inner knowing and groundedness, clarity around who you are and what you're about and what your intent is. When you do get to speak, your words will be clear and powerful. So they're kind of saying, don't stress, but do your internal work. Do your internal work. Writing down, I think I said this in the last video, if you don't want to speak it, if you've got other people in the house or whatever it is, get a piece of paper, write down everything that you want to say to this person or to these people. Let it all out. Do not reread it, tear it up and throw it away. I'm going to pull some cards out on this. I'm hoping I've said everything Spirit wants me to say, and I hope it helps the right people. Don't let your lack of expression stunt your progress in other areas of your life. So if right now, these are the different branches of my life, if right now that one, see that line there, that one, there's a blockage. I'm not in a position where I can speak up yet. Okay? Maybe that one too, there's another line. So there's all the branches of my life. And so if I can't express myself there, I'll find other avenues. Be more, creative in where you can express yourself. It can be silenced in gardening. It can be, clothing, sewing up some clothing. It can be just expressing your energy in your gym workouts, or it's what are you building on? What are you looking to create? It can be hobbies and things. It doesn't have to be anything that's necessarily about you gaining money, but it's like, what can you create? What's something you can put that energy into where the creativity keeps flowing out of you, and you don't feel like, because you can't speak up in these areas or to these particular people or groups of people, that I'm just shut down now. You're not shut down. Move forward, keep creating, and you will work out in time how to deal with these situations. I hope that makes sense. Okie dokie. Just a few cards. Underneath here we've got the moon, so very much depicting sadness, tears, people looking to you. Just need a sip of water. People looking to you with a bit of concern, not quite yourself at the moment. This is depicting for me the transition period you're going through. It is a strengthening period. Doesn't feel like fun, hey, but it's a strengthening. And the lobster or yabby there represents transformation as well. The dogs are howling, so the wolf or whatever they are, coyote, howling, so it's speaking up, so keep expressing what you're feeling. If you've got a close friend or family member or whatever, you could be on your own. Do the writing, do the speaking out loud in your home, and clear the energy. Get a bell once you've finished speaking it, and ding, ding, ding. Make it move on. The bell's a high frequency. Let go of it. Okay, but you're coming out of the rough waters now. It's just a matter of time before you feel more stable. And remember that when life gives us challenges, or source gives us challenges where we feel we've fallen down on our butts, well, that's us at ground level. There's nothing to be depressed about. Certainly allow all of your emotions to show up and let yourself feel them, because that's the only way to release them. But don't be concerned about, I'm so depressed, I've lost my flame, my spark for life, and whatever else. Start doing something small where you get to be creative, expressive, express your energy in different ways, and realise that that's us at ground level without all the bells and whistles. So from there, we get to nurture ourselves, reconnect with self, and really see who we are today. And then we'll be able to step up, like literally get up off the ground and step towards where we want to put energy. But that time down on our butts helps us also to not only heal, but to realise moving forward where we want to place our energies and where we don't, with whom we do and with whom we don't. And we work out what we have to do. What's coming to mind is people saying goodbye, or reconciliations, and people moving on from particular workplaces, or moving departments within their work to work with a different team. Okay? And something I said earlier about, you'd be surprised when you do get to speak how easily it comes out and how clear and powerful it is. And so I've mentioned in previous videos, I think, when you are going through a transformation and transition within your life, when you're at home in your normal environment, you really don't notice. All you are aware of is what you can feel, and it feels like you're drudging through the mud. But then when you take yourself to a different environment, it might be a family event or some kind of social event, or just going into the city and whatever, just doing different stuff, that's where we notice that we're actually relating to people differently, that we feel different when we're interacting with people, and we're responding differently to society. And that's when you start to see the change. The people around you would be seeing it as well, because you're talking differently to them. So we have the Fool here. I'm going to put this way for now. I feel like in the past, people have gone through stuff in the recent past, and even longer than that, where they've actually felt like a fool. They've been foolish. And I'm going to do a video talking about that in a moment, in a little while. But in actual fact, right now, because of the healing that you've done, you're kind of like looking after yourself. This is about saying, that's your stuff over there, that's your stuff over there. I don't need to get involved in that. I'm doing what I need to do for myself. Yeah? And I'm embarking on a new journey for myself. She's stepping into that. This here, the Judgment card, is about finding diplomatic ways, so non-confronting ways, to make the people around you, or certain people in your life, aware of things that you've noticed injustices that you've noticed, or imbalances that you've noticed, or things that could be improved in a situation. And notice that she's not looking at these people directly in the eye and saying, she's sort of announcing it to the room, yeah? She's speaking about what she's noticed and what she has to express out into the room, or out into the world, not directed at particular people. So have a think about that. But the main thing here is diplomacy, being respectful, saying it how you would like to hear it if someone was to tell you something about yourself or your actions that have affected them. Does that make sense? What that will do when you start operating in that way, so that means, deal with your frustration at home, deal with your frustration within you. Have a salt bath, go for a walk, whatever you need to do, punch a pillow, ask Spirit Source for help. Try to look at things from different perspectives and not only singularly. And then when you do get an opportunity to speak up, you'll be in a much more, I believe you will be in a much more peaceful space within yourself, and be able to have your own back in a way that you never have before, and speak powerfully without being confrontational or sparking an argument. Yeah? And what that process of growing into that energy will do is put us in a situation where we're able to sit back and really take stock and go, okay, so I'm taking stock of the resources I have around me at the moment, and of how I feel about things, before I give birth to a new project, before I take my next step and my next creative endeavour. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I wanted to do a short one today, so I hope that helps people. Certainly, if there's any questions or anything, maybe put them in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe, because that helps other people to see this. It may help them. And sending many blessings to you, and I hope you have a wonderful day, week, month, and year. And I'll see you in the next one. There are more coming. Thank you.